What's up, everyone, and welcome back to American Car Legends, where power meets passion and every ride tells a story. Today, we're stepping into uncharted territory. Ferrari territory, but not in the way you're used to. Because this time, the prancing horse isn't galloping on four wheels. It's roaring on two. That's right. We're talking about the 2026 Ferrari Motorcycle, a machine that's been whispered about in garages, forums, and design studios across the world. Whether it's a myth, a concept, or the future of Ferrari's performance legacy, one thing's for sure. If this bike ever hits the road, it could redefine what it means to ride Italian excellence. So let's dive into everything we know, what's rumored, and why this might just be the boldest leap Ferrari has ever taken. Imagine it for a second. The same Ferrari craftsmanship that gave us the LaFerrari, the 812 Superfast, the SF90 Stradale, now distilled into a motorcycle. The visuals alone are enough to set your heart racing. Early concept renders that surfaced online show a machine that looks like it was sculpted by wind and fire at the same time. A sleek, aerodynamic silhouette with a razor-edged fairing, sharp intakes, and the unmistakable Rosso Corsa red finish that screams Ferrari from every angle. There's no excess, no softness, just pure aggression molded into motion. You can almost picture the Ferrari logo embossed on the fuel tank, the prancing horse glinting under the sun as the engine growls to life. Now, Ferrari has always been synonymous with art in motion. Every car they build is more than just a vehicle. It's a statement. If they were to build a motorcycle, it wouldn't be an ordinary superbike. It would be an event. Carbon fiber panels would likely dominate the body, not just for aesthetics, but for weight reduction. Every curve would be engineered with purpose, sculpted airflow, aerodynamic balance, and the kind of precision we only see in Formula One. The front profile would likely integrate Ferrari's modern design cues, maybe inspired by the SF90's headlights or the 296 GTB's sharp fascia, while the tail would be short, pointed, and minimal, pure racing DNA. But it's what's underneath that really gets people talking. Ferrari has long said that motorcycles aren't in their business plan. The company's CEO even dismissed rumors about two-wheeled projects, citing brand focus and safety reasons. Yet, whispers persist that somewhere inside Maranello, a concept has been drawn. Maybe just for testing technologies, maybe for a one-off collector piece, or maybe for something far bigger. Because let's face it, if Ducati can evolve into a global performance icon under the same Italian sky, and if Aston Martin and Lotus can dip their toes into motorcycles, why not Ferrari? So what kind of performance could a Ferrari motorcycle deliver? If they applied their engineering brilliance to a bike, it would have to be something unprecedented. Some concept discussions speculate a hybrid powertrain, a high-revving V4 engine paired with an electric boost, much like the SF90's configuration. Imagine around 300 horsepower on a machine weighing barely 180 kilograms. That's more power-to-weight ratio than nearly any road-going superbike today. The sound alone, a symphony of combustion and electric whine, would make it unlike anything else on the planet. Of course, this is Ferrari we're talking about, so the performance would have to be perfectly balanced. Expect race-inspired suspension, carbon ceramic brakes, electronic ride control, and probably some of the most advanced aerodynamics ever fitted to a motorcycle. Ferrari's experience in Formula One and hypercars means they know exactly how to manipulate airflow, pressure zones, and downforce. That could translate to a motorcycle that's not only brutally fast in a straight line, but also composed through every corner. A machine that feels alive in your hands, responsive to every movement, every throttle input, every heartbeat. But Ferrari isn't just about speed. They're about emotion. Every product they build carries an element of theater, the sense that you're part of something extraordinary. The 2026 Ferrari motorcycle, if it becomes reality, would be a blend of mechanical artistry and human connection. The cockpit would likely be minimalist, focused purely on the ride. A full-color digital display with customizable modes, traction and wheelie control, lean-angle sensors, and perhaps even AI-assisted performance tuning to match the rider's style. The seat would be aggressive but beautifully stitched. The grips would carry the Ferrari logo, and the exhaust note, that signature Ferrari growl, would be engineered to echo the soul of their V12 heritage, even if it's a smaller engine or hybrid-assisted setup. Now let's talk exclusivity. Ferrari doesn't mass-produce anything. Everything they make feels special, limited, almost sacred. If they made a motorcycle, it wouldn't be available at every dealer. It would be an invitation-only masterpiece, perhaps only a few hundred units, each customized through Ferrari's tailor-made program. Expect a price tag that could easily soar past $500,000, possibly more, depending on the configuration. The target buyers wouldn't be ordinary riders, they'd be collectors, Ferrari loyalists, and enthusiasts who already have the brand's cars and are ready to add something truly unique to their garage. Safety, of course, would be another huge focus. High-speed motorcycles are inherently risky, and Ferrari would likely integrate the most cutting-edge safety tech available, from adaptive traction control to predictive stability systems. They might even implement data logging and telemetry features inspired by their F1 programs, giving riders real-time performance feedback. That kind of technology could change the way high-performance bikes are ridden, making them not only faster but also safer and more intelligent. Still, this raises a key question. Would Ferrari's identity truly fit on two wheels? For decades, they've built a culture around grand touring, supercars, and track dominance. The brand stands for balance, precision, and luxury performance. But perhaps this is the evolution they need to connect with a new generation of enthusiasts. People who crave freedom, agility, and raw connection to the road. A motorcycle might be the perfect symbol of that next step. Ferrari has already embraced hybrid and electric innovation. A superbike could be their way of showing how passion meets progress. Realistically, there's still no confirmation that Ferrari will ever go through with it. The official stance remains firm. They don't build motorcycles. But history tells us something interesting. Every time Ferrari has said never, innovation eventually followed. They said they'd never build a turbocharged V8 road car. Then came the 488. They said they wouldn't do hybrids. Now the SF90 and 296 exist. So maybe it's only a matter of time before we see the prancing horse roaring down a racetrack on two wheels, leaving a trail of disbelief and admiration in its wake. So, as enthusiasts, all we can do right now is dream and speculate. The idea of a 2026 Ferrari motorcycle represents more than just a product. It's a symbol of what happens when heritage, design, and sheer performance collide. Whether it's a futuristic concept sitting quietly inside Maranello's walls or a designer's fantasy that took on a life of its own, it has captured the imagination of millions. It reminds us why we love machines, because they're not just metal and fuel. They're expressions of human ambition, and that's what makes the thought of a Ferrari motorcycle so powerful. It's not just about what it would do on the track. It's about what it represents, a fearless fusion of tradition and innovation. Ferrari has always chased perfection, and if that pursuit ever extends to motorcycles, the result would be nothing short of legendary. Thanks for riding along with us today. If you enjoyed this deep dive into Ferrari's possible two-wheeled future, make sure to hit that like button, share this video with your fellow gearheads, and subscribe so you don't miss what's next. Because here on American Car Legends, we don't just talk about machines, we celebrate the spirit behind them. Until next time, keep your engines loud, your hearts racing, and your dreams running at full throttle.